Yeah.
So now we've got young people coming in, starting to learn this stuff. They want to learn it because they're not getting it in the schools. So we're talking about starting the whole classes here. These are teenage kids, you know, some in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, but so you get too cluttered. Before you get too cluttered up, we got to clean it out. Don't think about anything, and we'll start from scratch with them, you know, and go. But different stuff. But philosophy.
I'm with you.
Philosophy, that's wonderful. Philosophy is a psychology and what's the other one? Psychology and...
I'm not that good at, hang on, I just, you know, hang on.
Philosophy. But philosophy is love. Oh, that came first. Philosophy came first, out of Greeks and so on. Okay, psychology came later. But philosophy is this philo, love of thought, love of mind, okay? Love of thinking. And that's what it's all about. We'll sit here and we can talk for hours like this. And any subject matter at all. Guys mostly know, women, yeah. Women will sit there and talk to you all day long.
People used to talk a lot. When I say used to talk a lot more, you know, you go back to the, not just the founding fathers and stuff, but people where they would actually meet, have meetings, talk, and, you know, years ago anyway, it wasn't bad to talk religion or politics.
No,
nowadays,
it's great.
Well, I know, but nowadays when you go and you visit, I just think, you know, different family or situations, and like, well, whatever you do, don't mention religion. Whatever you do, don't mention politics. You know, it's like the last things they want to do when before, I actually think education changed a lot too in that, you know, what was a high school education in the 40s and the 30s and the 20s was probably equivalent to what a college education is now, only because the whole mindset of how people thought, how they were trained to think, okay, what they were taught. Anyway, that's me. I wasn't around in the 40s, so I can't.
I have a test for 8th grade upstairs that I will bet you today you couldn't find a high school student, or probably first year college student, couldn't pass this test.
Getting a 70 or better. No, I don't want to try it anyway. I always like a challenge.
I couldn't pass it, and I really studied a lot of stuff, and this is really they were taught. And this is late 1800s.
I was going to say, just listening to you know, once again my elders and stuff, and what they learned and when they learned it by. Whole different mindset. But I mean, you know, you see things change. Sometimes I try to tell people when I see things change, I say, well, like a pendulum, never really stops at the null. It's like you got to go hard over one way before the people wake up, and they drive it back, and they don't drive it back to, you know, to a null point. Go ahead.
The pendulum has swung full swing. We really believe that now, and it's on its way back. All right, but as it swung full swing, and they've had their way in the world, these people. As it's coming back, now they see that it's starting to come back. They know that their time is running out, but it's also running out for either side because now something has to pop here. This stand here began to put a split in the critical mass bubble. The second night we went on the blog, there were 1,110,000, give or take, okay, hit that blog. Oops, I guess we hit a nerve someplace. So it's beyond us now. It's not up to us anymore. We just keep doing what we're doing here. So just because one couple said no, people are looking for the leadership, and we're going to give it to them. And we're going to do it wisely and well, though. And hopefully nobody gets hurt, but I know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's going to be rooftop politics. There's going to be all kinds of hell happening.
It's funny because they've been slowly enslaving the American population.
That's all.
And the Americans, when I say the Americans, the people, they're either so tied up and busy in what they're doing, they don't see it.
I have no time for those people. I sympathize.
They've been brought to an indebtedness level, not just as a people, but also as a nation. Okay, whether it's your local, government, people spending more than they have, and you can only do that for so long.
That's insanity.
Anyone with basic math, skills realize that you can only float the boat so long by getting another loan and floating the boat and getting another loan and floating the boat.
Why would anyone do that? Why would you even borrow money to begin with?
Because people right now have been taught that borrowing is good.
That's,
it's funny.
Well, come on. Slow down. Look. Here, they've been taught. Well, I was taught too. Many people were taught to. We don't do it. Now it's either laziness or an easy ride or a free way out.
Exactly, it's the easy thing.
Then I have no sympathy for those people.
Well, see, that's a funny thing you say that, because I looked at stuff and I said to myself, just in trying to wake people up and trying to make people aware. Now, hang on. My concern was, even before doing the show, is, are the people worth my efforts in doing so? That's where you run into it, and that's where it comes, and you turn around and you say,
now we get to it. Now we get to where you really need to be. Okay? See, you almost walked away from it. Now you're getting to the crux of the problem. And what are you supposed to really do? What truly is your responsibility?
You're supposed to take care of your clan, your people, and stuff, and you're supposed to do the right thing.
But what does the Father say?
He said a lot. I think of mine.
What question you asked? You know what the question is. That was kind of not fair to you. All I'm obligated to do is to show them, explain it, tell them once. If they wish to keep on the path of destruction, I have nothing to do with me. If they want to stay fearful, they want to stay lost or stupid or ignorant, that's entirely up to them. I can show you the way, the right way. Remember, my wife is a master herbalist as well. She's one of the few dentists in the entire country that gets all the metal out of the mouth, and using her master herbalist training back into her dentistry to help holistically, and she saved a lot of lives by doing that. Because you got to clean all that metal and mercury and stuff out of your mouth, which is poisoning the body and causing all kinds of hell inside the body. And she was doing that for years. They hated her for that. The industry did it large because it was working. So instead of talking about the problem, let's get to the cause, which we've already gotten to. We know who's causing it. We know what's causing it. We have the cures in hand. Let's resolve the problem. And that's not just in health. That's also in education. That's in political. That's in industrial. Sociologically, we have the answers. Do I have the answers? No. But the people I affiliate with, associate with, have the answers? Yes. They specialize in this one, this one, this one. You do what you do, he does what he does. You do what you do, we get the best of the best. We come together, we have the answers for everything that we need to do. We can be the best of what we can be as a society. But we got these people keep interfering and trying to smash this and keep us divided. We don't allow that. Religion is another good example. Division. There were 5 or 6 different religions when King James made the Bible and put the Bible together to try to centralize Christianity. What ended up happening now? We got over 1,500 different Christian religions.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, yeah.
So that didn't work, did it? No more division. I'm not going to be divided from
way back. Divide and conquer goes way back.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be divided from my Muslim brother, from my Buddhist brother, or Hindu, or any other religion, okay?
You know what always got me was when they started to, as you say, with division and stuff, where they started to divide people up by religion, and then treating the religions like they were racist or something.
That's what they did.
When they broke the people up from we're all part of the human race.
Who are they?
To where?
Who are they?
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Who are they?
Who are they? I told you who they were.
And so saying they, do you mean the state? No.
No.
It's funny. I wanted to leave
you see what you've done? Would you see what you've done? You've already lost it. I told you who they were. And they've been the same people for the last 2,000 or 3,000 years or longer.
Illuminati. Pronounced correctly?
Mm-hmm. Look it on your computer. Read the history. You'll know who your enemy is. You'll know who the enemy of all the people of the world is. Why do you think they're trying to do me in? There's no crime here with the IRS. There's no charges. It was totally sham, totally fabricated. Look at your dictionary for structuring. That was the main crime, structuring. It doesn't exist in the Webster's dictionary. They created the word, made it a crime, so that innocent people will now be charged with something that doesn't exist.
I find that they create so many laws that just by me exhaling right now, I've probably broken one.
So how do you stop it?
Give me some time to think about it. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've stopped it for me right now. And they're stopped. They're effectively stopped, aren't they? I walked out of the courtroom, didn't I? Because I saw the sham court here. Walked right out of the courtroom. I didn't go back. So they found me guilty in absentia. Guilty of what? I ignored them. There's only 2 ways they can have authority or jurisdiction over you. 1 is that you accept it, and 2 is by force of power.